just am so appreciative. From the day Steven decided to run for mayor, his first thought, we're a team, right? I'm not doing this unless you want to do this. Are you in? I'm 100% in. I'm behind you. You're my guy. I didn't think this would be part of it, that I'm up here talking, but it's all right. I got a new outfit out of it. And it talks about it, in case anybody hasn't heard, Steven was canvassing on Sunday. He likes to take our dog Trout, who he calls the Vice Mayor, a 103-pound golden retriever, with him everywhere. And he was going from one event, going to meet some others over at the Brenneman Park for a farmer's market. And he had a little extra time, took Trout, they were on a walk. Long story short, a squirrel, something, he was on a gravel area, and Steven lost that battle. He doesn't like to lose. He broke his nose, his face, he had surgery that night, and he got out of the hospital at 4 o'clock today. So, I mean, I don't count the guy of anything. Like, if he walked in the door, it wouldn't surprise me, but he's going to be down for at least about 4 or 5 more days. And then he's back, but he's good. So, I'm actually thankful that I do get to talk, because I can talk about things that Steven wouldn't otherwise talk about himself. He just would go in, say the numbers. He's a numbers guy. He knows everything. So much smarter than I am, but he is also, he's very humble, and he doesn't tell you about himself. And I think it's important for you guys to know who my husband is. First, a little about me. I was born and raised in Alexandria. I was born in Alexandria Hospital. Came home, lived in the same home in Alexandria until I went to college. I went to Wake Forest. I came back here, and I'm a rarity here, I think, to be from Alexandria, and I'm super proud of it. I love the city. We've lived in all parts, and when our kids were growing up, we lived closer to the schools so they could walk, because we had a lot of them. So I'm going to preface my next thoughts with how much I do love Alexandria. It's just, we are passionate about it. That said, it's also very difficult for me to see all the changes and how different it is from the Alexandria of years past. Safety issues, high property taxes, ever-increasing cost of living. Our school systems are among the worst in Virginia, yet we're in such an affluent area. Out-of-control land use issues with citizens' impact, without citizens' input, and the traffic. The traffic. Alexandria needs work to get on a better path, and that's where Steven comes in. Teacher fighter. Steven is, his nickname when he was a kid, he's just a fighter. He's like a little pit bull. He's so passionate about this city. He'll go out and talk to anyone, go to any meeting, support anyone where he believes that there should be support. He doesn't back down, and he, in fact, it fuels him. A challenge fuels him, I can tell you. He's so determined to make the Alexandria the city that he knows it can be. He's always talking about the best way to make Alexandria better. He's sure of it, he knows. He says it's easy. The answer is every one of you. And people need to be listened to in this city. It's just they're not. We're bowled over. I deal with it in the council day in and day out. But he is so passionate in his belief that listen to learn, listen to lead, it will make the difference. Over the years, Alexandrians have lost their voice. We all need to be heard, listened to, not listened to, then regarded. Like, oh, we hear you, we know what you want. No, bam, gavel down, let's move on. Our current council and mayor don't listen. Steven will listen, he will hear your concerns, and he will act on them. I hear 100 times a day. Listen to lead, listen to lead. He will lead from the bottom up and not from the top down. His background, he was born in Fairfax and grew up there. After graduating from Middlebury College in Vermont, he moved back to Virginia in 1988 and settled in Alexandria to work for his family's development company. He started off counting trucks on all of their properties. His dad was sure, he's like, oh, he's gonna go on. He's never gonna stick with it. But his dad believed you had to earn your spot. And He had to work for it to prove himself. And Steven did just that, and it was the youngest of his siblings that made president, and that was in 2009. He did that for 5 years and then decided, hey, my dad set me up. I get that. It's a family company. I want to go off and do my own thing. He was the only one who went off, and he kind of paved his own way. Steven and I have been friends since age 12. We both went to St. Stephen's, St. Agnes School. He was always kind, generous, no ego, and he was always there for anyone who needed him. Teachers loved him. Teachers didn't always really love him. Coaches loved him. Everybody loved him. That's just the guy he was and still is. There was that one person, though, who may have loved him the most, and that was my mom. All through high school, I would hear, what about Steven? What, Martha, that's Steven. He's just so sweet. Like, he's the one who'd come talk to the parents, and he's just a nice, kind guy. And no, Mom, we're just friends. But the truth be told is I dated his older brother for, not his older brother, his older brother's best friend for 5 years, so I could never have dated him. Fast forward 20 years, we were both divorced, second marriages both of us, and my mom chimes back in. What about Steven? I'm like, Mom, he's like my brother. No, what? No. And kind of moved on. He would even say it, like, Martha, let's go out now. Like, maybe this is our time. You never were dating me before, but now let's go out. You're my brothers, you know. So one night we met out, and it's like, okay, let's go. We went out. We went on a date in Old Town at Virtue Grain and Feed, and I realized moms really do know best. She was right. We've been married now for 11 years. We have 7 kids between the two of us. I have 5, he has 2, 4 wonderful dogs, and 1 brand new perfect grandson, who I'm flying large for. And we live right down at Duke and Union, 109 Duke, next to those huge townhouses that I fought tooth and nail. They said you need 27 signatures to get heard in the council. Oh, right. I got 350. We're in there. Oh yeah, okay, we're gonna listen. I'm like, but you're above FAR. You're, no green space. Every single thing that they could have done that we should have been able to stop. The look of it. There's no wards, so people from West End telling us how our townhouse should look in the stronghold of the historic district. Thought, okay, we got them. Everybody, was saying how they thought it's coming our way. Wilson, bam, no. This is how I'm going to vote. Done. Over. No looking back. What's that?
And Mazer.
Yes. Okay, so Steven's not your typical politician. He's an issue-focused guy who wants to appeal to the broader base. He feels the job of mayor is far too important of a job to be part-time. He wants this full-time. He wants City Hall to be his office. His 30-plus years of experience in land use makes him the best candidate for the job. What Steven realized when considering to run was the overwhelming focus of the mayor's job in land use rezoning. For example, we touched on this. Steven was the only candidate. He never minds being the only. He kind of likes it. He's like, I'm going to force my path. He was the only candidate to oppose the arena because he felt it was an inappropriate use in a suburban location. Steven's land use opinion proved correct. So in closing, we're just asking, pleading, begging for your help. Please help my husband help you all. Please help my husband help Alexandria. Get the word out. Tell everyone you know to vote in this primary. I realize that most here probably haven't voted in a Democratic primary. Democrats don't always get that out, that it's an open primary. Early voting starts May 3rd, which is this Friday. And because it's open, we need your vote to win. That's our shot. Early voting starts this Friday, May 3rd, and the election's going to be won with the early vote. I firmly believe that. So I wrote again, please vote early. It's to go early. It's 132 Royal, right across from City Hall.
We've got the flyers.
Okay,
Right.
and so I picked some of those up today. So
Any party or independent to vote, right?
anybody, yep, anybody. This is the chance. This is the chance because after this primary, there's essentially no election in November. Whoever wins this is going to win. I mean, unless history was changed all over, but and that's just the deal. So a lot of people ask me how they can help. We have yard signs. If anybody
Right
wants
back here.
a yard sign, please
Right
take
back
it.
here.
If
Happy
your
to
friends
take 'em.
want one, we will deliver. We deliver. Well, anything that we can do to get the names out there. I mean, if someone saw the article, Steven himself went around and put up 100 yard signs, and Washingtonian did a story on him, how he was eager. He got permission from every single person that he went to. And when those signs were seen on Monday, even the city, the guy at the city was like, I don't want to make this call because I know that you went around and you got the permissions. But they were all pulled down. And he had permission on private property from every person, but they were in great visual sites. Like your our pool friend from Old Dominion, like just car dealerships, that was on private property and they took them down. I don't know, but it probably, I don't know, but they're down. So that's one way to help. He's going to get him back. He's going back. He's going to go back around. So please take one from you tonight. If your neighbor wants one, as I said, this is my son Chase. Give any information to him and we will make it happen. We will drop it off. Meet and greets in your home, like 1 hour in the evening. We would love to do that. And then Steven actually will be there. He might, depending on how soon it is, he might still have some stuff going on his Facebook.
Stop walking your dog.
Yeah, no, he'll never
Yeah, I
stop.
know
They have a
that.
golden.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
his
a
golden. So the other is the shifts at the early voting location. We're gonna have a table up there on Saturdays. If anybody wants to sit there, I'll be there. We're gonna, be just trying to get those early votes and get people in there to do this. Let's shake this election up. Let's let the present administration of this city know we need to be heard, and now is the time. So please don't forget to leave your information. So he would love to reach out to each and every one of you. He's sick, he's not here. He's so upset. But in a few days he'll be back and would love to talk, meet, do anything with anybody. So
I do have a question.
please.